Glad to meet me. I think you should. I mean, I really think you should.
What is up, guys? Back with another video. I thought I'd make a video on tips for people starting off high school, freshmen and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm also gonna be doing one for college because obviously I went to college as well. So here's just some tips for high school and how to be prepared for high school, what to expect, and some tips. So stay tuned if you want to see that. So the first tip I want to share with you guys is to make sure that you guys have friends going into high school. So when I was a freshman, I went to a high school where I already had friends. Like, I knew people that were going to this high school, so it was easier for me. I knew people that were going to this school, so I wasn't alone, but that doesn't mean I had classes with them all the time, so that was another problem, and I'm a really shy person. So what I did was I made sure I made friends in every single class that I did. Now I am shy once again. So what I did was I tried finding like the shyest other person in the class, or if there wasn't one, I would just try to make small talk, especially on the first day, being like, oh, what other classes do you have? Do you have a pencil? Even though I had one, like just some small basic talk just to like keep the conversations going, and I would keep asking them questions about the class, things like that, and we would end up being friends. Now, I would try to make friends in every single class that I had because, like I said, you're not going to have the same people for every single class. That's just the reality. This next tip is to make sure that you ask your teachers what you've missed. Don't always rely on someone in the class or a friend to tell you, because I've learned that the hard way, where sometimes maybe they're not even caring or whatever. And even though it's just your freshman year of high school, take it seriously, because if you want to go on to college or university, you will need the grades to get into it. Don't rely on anyone but yourself, or even someone that you can text being like, what did I miss? And let them fill you in. But I can tell you from experience that sometimes they may not even know themselves everything. They may think that they do, but they don't. So really, only rely on yourself. Go to a teacher, ask them what you've missed. I know in high school sometimes they'll tell you. It's not like college where they don't care. That's a whole other story. But this is high school. They most likely will tell you what you missed, but if they're one of those rude teachers where they're like, go ask someone, then do that anyways. But it's always good to go ask the teacher yourself. My next tip is to practice a lock combo. I think you could bring your own locks to school. If not, go buy one at the store. Test it out. That way you know how to do it, because when I was a freshman, I only had 10 minutes to do it. And for like the first week of high school, I had gym and I couldn't put away the things that I need in my locker to go to gym. So it was really bad because I couldn't put the things in my locker because I couldn't figure out my combination in time. And then I had to run all the way to class. So make sure to practice how to do that, because I didn't, and that really sucked. So yeah, make sure you practice how to use a combination on a locker, because doing it for the 5 minutes that you get between classes or whatever is not good enough. It took me a while to figure it out, to be honest. Another tip I have is to make sure either before school starts, or if you get into the school like a week before or something, sometimes the school's open for certain days before school starts. And that's what I did. I went to the school a week before it opened officially, and I had my schedule and I went to all my classes. And I went from one class to another, trying to find the quickest way to get to one another, because you guys only have a certain amount of time. You don't want to be one of those students that's running around last minute. Another tip I have is if you guys have homework, so you have 5 assignments that are due a week from now, don't do them all in one night. Give yourself some time to do some of it one day, some of it the other day. Don't do it all at once in one day, because you're going to stress yourself out and you're going to burn yourself out, and that is not good. So make sure to take your time. Don't rush into it all at once. Take your time while doing it, and don't burn yourself out. The next thing is don't copy other people's homework. This is something that I haven't done, but it's something that other people want to do. They always want to copy my homework. And honestly, you look bad even if people are copying your homework. The teacher's gonna think that you copied theirs or whatever. Have a favor, don't let other people copy your homework, and don't copy anyone else's homework. Their answers might even be wrong. You make yourself look bad anyway. So do not copy anyone's homework, no matter how hard you don't want to do it. Next is to pay attention in class. I can't stress this enough. I know class is gonna be boring, but you better pay attention, because honestly, there's so many classes where I didn't pay attention and that really hurt me, test-wise, homework-wise, everything-wise. And yeah, some things you just can't Google, honestly. But yeah. This next tip is obvious. Do your homework and study. There's times where I'm like, it's not gonna do it, my grade's good enough. No. Because what's gonna happen is either a test or assignment that's coming up is gonna be too hard and you're maybe not even gonna pass it. Now your grade is really bad. So always do an assignment, no matter how easy you think it is or whatever. Always do your assignments. Always do your homework on time, because you get late marks if you don't do it on time. This other tip might also be obvious. Study for a test, okay? Like, always study, like weeks before the test, not the night before, but we actually know what's going on and the test is just easy. Another thing I would suggest is know that it's okay to switch your classes. I'm pretty sure no matter what high school you go to, there's like a week or something that you have to change your classes if you don't like it. So don't stress yourself out. Make sure if you don't understand something that you tell the teacher that, like you raise your hand, tell them, even after class, make sure you tell them. If you're not that shy, make sure you raise your hand and let them know. They don't have a problem explaining it again. Another thing I would suggest is get a study buddy. I didn't really need one in high school, but maybe it would benefit you if you did. Learning in different ways, studying in different ways always pays off. Another thing I would suggest is try other after-school activities, chess club, track club. I don't even know, because I never did that. I wish I did. Again, I'm shy and look how much I missed out. So take advantage of those after-school clubs, get into one, something that seems interesting to you, and you could also make new friends, even if you find out everything else isn't working out and you're not making any other friends in classes or anything. Maybe an extra club thing at the end of school would work out for you. Also remember, when you're a freshman, there are a bunch of other people that are freshmen there, especially I'm sure where you'll be in the school. You're not the only person that doesn't know where they're going. You're not the only person that's shy or scared. Trust me, even my guy friends were really scared on the first day of high school, and I know they're watching this, but it's really true. They were scared, didn't know what to expect, didn't know where to go, nothing. So you're not alone, okay? It's gonna be okay. Take a deep breath. Everything is gonna be okay. Another thing I would stress in college or university ahead of time, I wanted to become a nurse in college, but I needed to take grade 10 gym, which is not mandatory, so I didn't do that. I think it was gym. I don't know. It was a course that I didn't take, and I learned too late by the time I was out of high school that I needed that. So I'm not saying that you gotta know what to do in high school or college, but it pays off, because at least by the time you're in grade 12, you know what you're gonna do, because like I said, you normally need certain courses to get into certain programs in college and university. So knowing that ahead of time, make sure you get those courses in, because like I said, if you don't have that course, you're not gonna get in. Another tip I have is regarding people in high school, like bullies, I guess. I never was bullied in school, high school, any kind of school, but I think part of the reason why I never was bullied in school was because I never let people push me around. Like, there was obviously some people in high school who just didn't like me, but I just didn't care. I didn't listen to it. I didn't react to it. So at the end of the day, just walk away. Just, unless things get physical and all that, do something about it. But don't let it get to you. If people are just saying words or something, just walk away. Don't give people a time of day if they're just gonna say things. Like, honestly, that's what they want. They want a reaction. So don't give them one. If any of you are having a tough day, just message me. I know how hard high school can be. So just message me. I'm only one message away, and I will always answer. DM me on Twitter, Instagram, wherever. I always follow back on Twitter. So just DM me on there.